start by saying on behalf of Congressman Joe Neguse, our CU System President, Todd Sullivan, members of the Board of Regents and Regent-elects, all of whom are here with us today, I'm thrilled to welcome Deion, Coach Proud, and Sanders to the University of Colorado as our 25th full-time head football coach. Now, a figure of Deion's stature truly needs no introduction. But in addition to his impressive career, first as a player and most recently as a coach, I'm struck by his ability to connect with the student athletes and lead them to success on the field and off. In addition to his 27-5 record at Jackson State, Coach led the team to a 90% graduation success rate, proving his ability to not only build great teams, but also young men. And I'm thankful that he decided to join us, and I'm confident he will elevate our program and our university in ways we've never experienced before. I'm also fitting in with the culture and values that make CU Boulder so special. Rick set out to make a transcendent, transformational hire, and he succeeded. Any endeavor this big takes a team, and I'm excited to announce that from the administration standpoint, we're working to give Coach and all of his student athletes the tools they need to succeed. In conjunction with our faculty partners, we're updating some of our transfer credit review processes with a program that seeks to enhance across for all prospective transfer students and student athletes, providing expedited assessment of transferability of academic credits from other institutions to be accepted at CU Boulder. This not only promises to benefit student athletes, but also Colorado residents who decided to go to another university but want to come back to Boulder to finish their degree. This new initiative, combined with the NIL Collective and our existing resources for student athletes, which I feel are among the best in the country, will set our football program up for long-term success, both on and off the field. Finally, I'd like to thank our current football student athletes who endured an immensely challenging season, but always represented themselves in the university with incredible poise. They remain among CU Boulder's best ambassadors, and we're excited to support their success moving forward. As I've said many times before, a successful football program raises the profile of the university as a whole, evaluating the visibility of all of our achievements. And I know that Coach Sanders will raise CU Boulder to new heights, and I look forward to supporting Coach and our team next year and beyond. And now I'd like to turn it over to our athletic director, the person who got this all done, Rick George. Hey. Yeah!
Yesterday, Coach Ward Manuel from Michigan, every time I come in, he said, "Prime time!" And it's prime time. Thanks, Chancellor, and thanks everyone for being here. I do want to start off with a few thank yous. Stand up. It's emotional. I've been gone for 2 months, so it's all about emotion. And she's been great. Our Board of Regents, I know I saw Leslie Smith over here and the rest of our regents. They're awesome, and they've done an incredible job of supporting us through this process. President Solomon, I know he's here somewhere. I saw him when we came in. I think we all talk about, when we're the best is when we're aligned at the top, and that's really important for us. And to have our regents here, our president, and our chancellor taking part in this is really important, but to have their support, most importantly, is what's going to make a difference here. Also want to thank Aero Electronics for their ongoing support of our student athletes. And one person most of you don't know is my chief of staff, Alec Russos. But through this process, he and Coach Ray and Coach Prime's team have worked closely together to bring all this, and Jason DePape, our deputy, and my executive team and our staff. They're just incredible people that have done an amazing job to keep this on track while we've been gone over the last 2 months. And finally, I want to thank Mike Sanford. Mike has done an incredible job. Leadership during a real difficult time. And as the Chancellor said, most importantly, I want to thank our football student athletes for their perseverance and commitment to each other in our football program. I think we all know it's been a real challenging year, maybe a year and a half for our football program, including our fans, alums, our staff, those that are closely associated with us. But today's a new day. This is when we focus on what's ahead and the bright future that's ahead of us, and coming together for a common purpose, and that's to bring this program back to national prominence. That's what we have to do. It starts today. It starts with everybody in this room, and it starts with Buff Nation. It's time for everybody to come together, regardless of how you felt the last 12 months or 18 months. It's a new day today. Everybody said, let's go all in. Let's go all in. Basket game to be all black and gold, no red. Coach Prime's first home game is against Nebraska. We're giving a Colorado Buffalo welcome with black and gold. So we expect everybody to come up and show up. Don't sell your tickets, because we know who you are, and that's not going to work. But I just want to go back to when this process started on October 2nd.
Wow. I'm not lost for words. I'm just trying to seize the moment. Wow. Don't you ever tell me what God ain't. Don't you ever tell me his limits. Don't you ever tell me what you're up against and what you can't do. And all the persons in the world, God chose me. For that I thank you. For that I love him. For that I magnify him. For that I glorify him. For that I praise him. For that I owe him. Each and every day. I'm trying to please him. Congressman, university president, several elected board of regents, and I thank you, sir. And I thank you all for being here today. You have no idea the feelings that I have and emotions that I have inside. Rick is a whole nother thing. I'm at my match. Yeah, and clap it up for it. I met somebody that was profound, that was passionate, that was caring, that stood on morals, God-fearing man, devoted husband, understands the game, understands people, understands life. And he will not stop till he's accomplished all that he set out to accomplish. Against adversity simultaneously. And he stopped me in my tracks and just made me ponder the thought that a Florida boy who resides in Texas could come to Colorado. You gotta clap for that, darn it. Chelsea, my fiance, Constance, my daughter, Pretty Tony, the whole crew, Coach Hart, Coach Kelly, Coach Mathis, all that guys, whoever up there left. Where's my son? Junior, stand up. He does all on social media, so all the stuff you just see, that's him. The profanity is him as well. Where's Shador? Shador? And this is your quarterback. He's going to have to earn it. The quarterback. Yeah, the quarterback's going to have to earn it. The safety made me mad, so I didn't bring him. His brother. He's in my doghouse right now. Wow, Colorado, you showed up and you showed out. This is unbelievable. It's funny how God always takes me to the unthinkable and provokes me to do the things that people wouldn't fathom doing. And I never would have thought at this time last year when I was laying up in the hospital dealing with these blood clots, getting 2 toes amputated and the sides of my legs cut out, that I would be in Colorado in this beautiful weather, this beautiful place, this beautiful city which is virtually crime-free with over 36,000 students and a fan base that just won't stop. Don't you ever tell me nothing that God can't do. This is flat out incredible. God. As you know, I have work to finish in Jackson, Mississippi. They tell me we and O. That means we hadn't lost to anybody. We're and O. And we got to win the championship. But simultaneously, like I play baseball and football, I can multitask and I can focus. And this is my job and my occupation and my business and my dream to bring you back to where you know you should belong. We're going to have one of the best coaching staffs assembled, some of the best scouts, some of the best kids that we're recruiting, with commitments already coming on the way as I speak. And now that I've gotten here and I see it, and I understand it, Rick, and I can grasp it, and I can touch it, and I can feel it, and I can taste it, I truly understand what you want. All you want is an opportunity to win, to compete, to dominate, to be amongst the elite, to be amongst the best. And darn it, I'm gonna give you that. We don't have to do anything. We're gonna outwork them. We're gonna out-recruit them. We're gonna out-scout. We're gonna out-develop. We're gonna get our education. We're gonna graduate these young men. These young men are gonna be on campus respectful and considerate and kind, opening doors for you and making sure everything is copacetic. And they're gonna say yes sir, no sir, yes ma'am, and no ma'am, or they're gonna have to deal with me. That's just the way I father, that's the way I parent, that's the way I coach. I'm old school. Sometimes I may look like an old fool, but I'm just old school. Guys, after we get finished with this work, I just want you to know we're on the way. Not to compete, but to win. Not to show up, but to show out. Not to be among the rest, but to be the absolute best. We're coming to work. We're not coming to play. We're coming to kill, not to kick it. Baby, I got to believe that we're coming. You got to feel that energy inside of you that we're coming, don't you? You got to feel it that we're going to be there. You got to feel it when you get in that stadium. You better get in there early because time to kick off consumes. Baby, we're coming. Do you understand it? Do you feel that? Do you understand the intensity, the excitement, the adrenaline, the rush that I got right now that I can't wait till this thing kicks off because we are coming. Boulder, Colorado, you have no idea what you blessed me with, the opportunity that you've given me, and I feel like I owe you. So every day I'm going to work for you, I'm going to strain for you, I'm going to develop for you, I'm going to commit for you, I'm going to do the things that others wouldn't do. Baby, we're coming. So anybody ask you something about when is he coming back, you say, I don't know, but I know he's coming. Rick, thank you once again. Because there are several African-American head coaches around the country that were terminated. And they were not replaced by an African-American coach. But you had the audacity to do such a thing. Not only to do such a thing on this time, but several times you've done such a thing. So I thank you for your courage. I thank you for your courage. I thank you for seeing past the color and ethnicity and seeing a man with a plan to bring you back to the place of promise. Truly, my man, I thank you. I thank you. I thank you. God, I thank you. I want you to get ready to start seeing cameras because we film documentaries. Matter of fact, we have our doc drops. What's the date? December 15th. And this is going to be part of it. So we have a documentary so the kids, they want exposure. They want to be on television. They want the lights and the action. But they got to understand the same thing that causes you to shine will show your blemishes as well. So we're going to give them that. We're going to give them the followers. We're going to give them the attention. We're going to give them the love. We're going to give them the support. And we need each and every one of you. Because the caliber of players that we're getting ready to bring to you, they're going to want something. But guess what? I'm going to want something back. I'm not crazy about the NILs, but I understand the NILs. But I would rather our kids be focused on the NFL, not just the NIL. But if we have to do what we have to do to make sure they're comfortable, I want them to be comfortable. I don't want them to worry about anything. And from the complex in this facility that I've seen, shoot, I ain't worried about them my darn self. Rick, I know you said I would bring the heat, but literally, we bringing the heat. Can somebody turn on the air around here? All right, I thought you said you had everything straight. I digress, and I can't wait to see you amongst town and just shake your hand and look in your eye and tell you how much I thank you for giving me this opportunity. Thank you, each and every one of you. This is a dream, this is a blessing, and we've only just begun. God bless.
All right, thanks, Coach.